Have you ever had one of those mornings where everything just feels stuck? Not just your mood, not just your plans, but your body. You sit there, waiting, hoping, maybe even praying for some relief. But nothing happens. And so, your day begins not with peace or energy, but with discomfort, bloating, and that quiet frustration you don't speak about. For millions of people over the age of 60, this is more than just an occasional nuisance, it's a daily battle. And the worst part? Nobody really talks about it. Let's be honest, constipation isn't exactly the kind of thing you bring up at dinner. But if you're over 60, chances are you've felt its grip more often than you'd like to admit. You've tried more water, more walking, maybe even over-the-counter pills that promised relief. And yet, here you are, still waiting. But what if I told you there's something incredibly simple, something natural, something you can eat, that could change that? Not a pill. Not a painful cleanse. A real food. And when added to your daily routine, it can help you say goodbye to constipation, sometimes for good. In this video, we're going to talk about 6 powerful foods that have been shown to bring the digestive system back to life, especially for those of us in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. These aren't fads or gimmicks, they're foods your body already understands, that work with your gut instead of against it. And the first 3 we're going to share? They've been quietly changing lives one bathroom visit at a time. So stay with me, because the path to comfort, ease, and a better morning routine might just start with what's on your plate. Let's begin. Number 1, the silent strength of stewed prunes. For many people, prunes conjure up images of old-fashioned snacks or something their grandmother used to eat by the spoonful. But here's a little secret that's been passed down through generations, one that's now backed by solid science. Stewed prunes aren't just helpful, they're often a miracle in disguise. Prunes, especially when soaked and stewed, become incredibly rich in both soluble and insoluble fiber. This means they not only bulk up the stool to help it pass more easily, but they also help soften it, making the entire process more comfortable. And unlike fiber supplements that can bloat you or cause gas, prunes work in harmony with your natural gut rhythm. They bring gentle, steady movement, without the urgency or discomfort of harsh laxatives. Margaret, 74, used to dread the mornings. She'd sit at the edge of her bed, feeling sluggish and full even before breakfast. Doctors suggested stool softeners, but they only worked sometimes, and left her feeling dependent. Then her friend Irene, who had grown up in a European household, shared her simple ritual: 6 stewed prunes every night before bed. Not raw. Not dry. Properly soaked, slowly cooked. Within a week, Margaret wasn't just regular again, she was lighter, her appetite returned, and her energy lifted. Her doctor was stunned. The reason this works so well isn't magic, it's sorbitol, a natural sugar alcohol found in prunes that pulls water into the colon, making everything move more smoothly. Combine that with the rich fiber and a host of antioxidants, and you've got a recipe not just for relief, but for long-term gut health. It's no wonder prunes have stood the test of time. They don't promise miracles. They deliver results. And if you think you've tried them before, try them stewed. The transformation is in the texture, the warmth, the way your body absorbs every nourishing bite. Start small. Even 3 to 5 in the evening can gently wake your system up by morning. Number 2, the forgotten power of chia seeds. They may be tiny, but they hold the kind of power that can shift your entire digestive experience. Chia seeds have gained attention in recent years, but very few people over 60 realize just how perfectly suited they are to our aging bodies, especially when it comes to stubborn, chronic constipation. When you soak chia seeds in water or milk, they swell up to many times their original size. The outer shell becomes gelatinous, a slippery, smooth texture that helps glide waste through your intestines. Think of it like nature's internal cleanser, scrubbing gently without pain, pushing everything along its proper path. What makes chia even more remarkable is that it contains a balanced mix of soluble and insoluble fiber, over 10 grams per 2 tablespoons. That's more than most people get in an entire day. And unlike fiber powders or pills, chia carries with it omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and even a surprising amount of calcium and magnesium, which your intestines need to contract properly. Harold, 69, had tried every store-bought solution you could name. Powders, teas, supplements. Some worked once or twice, others caused cramps. His daughter, a nutritionist, suggested he try adding 1 tablespoon of soaked chia seeds to his morning yogurt. He was skeptical. But within days, he noticed something extraordinary. His bloating went down. His gut felt calm. And for the first time in months, he had a full bowel movement without strain. It's important to soak the chia seeds. This activates their full potential. Dry chia can actually absorb water in your gut, which is the opposite of what you want. But soaked chia? That's a game changer. Whether you stir it into oatmeal, blend it into a smoothie, or mix it with almond milk and cinnamon into a pudding, the results are consistent. Soft, predictable, and complete elimination, often within just a few days. Number 3, the warm embrace of cooked oats. Not instant oats. Not cold cereal out of a box. I'm talking about real, old-fashioned, slow-cooked oats. The kind that simmer gently on your stove, releasing that comforting aroma of warmth and nourishment. For seniors struggling with sluggish digestion, this humble breakfast might just be the reset your gut has been begging for. Oats are rich in a specific type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber forms a gel-like consistency in your intestines, helping to move stool through with less strain. But oats go even further. They feed your gut bacteria, supporting the healthy microbiome that controls so much of your digestion, mood, and immunity. But it's not just the oats, it's the ritual. The warmth. The gentle, moist texture. As we age, our digestion slows, our gut dries out, and cold, dry foods only make things worse. Cooked oats offer the opposite: softness, hydration, ease. Add a spoonful of flax seeds or a splash of almond milk and you've created a perfect storm of healing. Eleanor, 76, used to skip breakfast, thinking it helped her digestion. But by noon, she felt backed up and heavy. One winter morning, her granddaughter made her a bowl of steel-cut oats with cinnamon, chopped apple, and walnuts. She ate slowly, thoughtfully. And something shifted. Not just her digestion, but her energy. Her clarity. That single bowl became her morning ritual. Within a week, she noticed regularity returning, not forced, not artificial, just natural. The truth is, your gut thrives on consistency. Oats offer that in every spoonful. And paired with a glass of warm water or herbal tea, you may find yourself moving again, literally and emotionally. Because when your digestion flows, so does your life. And we're only halfway there. If these 3 foods are already sparking ideas for your next breakfast or evening routine, just wait until you see the next 3. The 4th food, in particular, is something most people walk past in the grocery store without ever realizing the digestive power it holds. Let's keep going. Number 4, the overlooked brilliance of kiwi. Of all the fruits in the grocery aisle, kiwi is probably the most underestimated, especially when it comes to digestion. It's small, fuzzy, a little odd-looking. Most people pass it by in favor of bananas or apples. But if you're over 60 and struggling with constipation, kiwi may be the one fruit that makes all the difference. Here's what makes it so powerful. Kiwi contains a unique enzyme called actinidin. This little enzyme helps break down protein in the digestive system and speeds up gastric emptying. Basically, it helps food move through your gut more efficiently. On top of that, kiwi is high in fiber and water, but gentle on the stomach. It won't bloat you or create cramping the way some fiber-heavy foods can. And here's something most people don't realize. Research has shown that eating 2 kiwis a day can significantly improve bowel regularity, especially in older adults with chronic constipation. It's not just a guess. Clinical trials have backed it up. This little green fruit isn't just delicious, it's effective. Take Betty, 81, who had tried everything from bran cereal to fiber pills. Nothing worked for long. She didn't want to rely on laxatives, but she felt hopeless, uncomfortable most days, and more anxious because of it. Then her niece, who lived abroad in New Zealand, told her that in their family, eating kiwi daily was a tradition for gut health. Betty thought it was silly. But she tried it, 2 kiwis every morning, peeled and sliced. Within 4 days, her system was moving again. Smoothly. Comfortably. She felt like herself again. Her mood improved. Her appetite returned. And perhaps most importantly, her confidence came back. She wasn't afraid to go out, to travel, to be spontaneous. Kiwi isn't flashy. But it works. And when something works quietly, reliably, and without side effects, it deserves a place on your plate. Number 5, the gut-healing gift of fermented foods. As we grow older, our digestive systems don't just slow down, they lose balance. That delicate ecosystem of bacteria in our gut, known as the microbiome, begins to change. And when bad bacteria start to outnumber the good, constipation becomes just one of many symptoms. Bloating, fatigue, even anxiety can follow. That's where fermented foods come in, not just as a trend, but as an ancient remedy that modern science now confirms. Think yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, or even miso. These foods are packed with natural probiotics, beneficial bacteria that help restore balance in your gut. When your microbiome is healthy, your colon is better hydrated, better lubricated, and better at moving things along. It's not about stimulating your bowels. It's about supporting them. Take a man like Ronald, 72, who avoided yogurt for years, thinking it was just for young people or diet watchers. His doctor mentioned probiotics, but Ronald didn't take it seriously. Then one day, frustrated with the cycle of constipation, he tried a small glass of kefir with breakfast. Tangy, strange at first, but palatable. He added a tablespoon of sauerkraut with dinner. Within a week, he noticed something unusual. His stomach didn't feel heavy after meals. His bathroom visits became easier, more regular. And best of all, he didn't feel like he was forcing his body. It was finally doing what it should, naturally. You don't need to overhaul your diet. A spoonful here, a serving there. Consistency is more important than quantity. Let your gut adapt, and you'll feel the results, not just in your digestion, but in your whole body. Because when your inner ecosystem thrives, so do you. Number 6, the hydrating hero that's probably in your pantry right now, pears. Pears may seem unassuming, soft, sweet, sometimes overlooked in favor of flashier fruits. But when it comes to restoring natural bowel movements in older adults, pears are quietly one of the most powerful tools you can use. And the best part? They taste like dessert. What makes pears so special is their perfect combination of fiber and water. A medium pear contains about 6 grams of fiber, most of it in the form of pectin, a soluble fiber that helps regulate digestion without harsh stimulation. But the real secret lies in the fruit's juiciness. Pears hydrate the colon, soften the stool, and encourage smooth passage. That's something no pill can do. Many seniors develop constipation not just from lack of fiber, but from dehydration. Even if you're drinking water, your digestive tract may not be absorbing enough. That's why water-rich foods, like pears, are so effective. They bring the hydration exactly where it's needed. Dorothy, 79, had reached the point where she dreaded meals. Her digestion was slow, and even the thought of eating made her anxious. Then, at a brunch with friends, she was served a poached pear with cinnamon and a dollop of yogurt. She didn't expect much. But the next morning, something shifted. She felt lighter. Less pressure. She didn't need to sit for half an hour, waiting and hoping. Her body responded with ease. She started keeping ripe pears on her kitchen counter. One after lunch or dinner. She poached them gently in water with a little honey. She even baked them with oats and raisins for a nourishing evening snack. Over time, she realized this small pleasure had become a daily blessing, one that helped her feel alive again. So often, healing doesn't come in a bottle. It comes from nature. From the quiet comfort of simple food, eaten with intention. Final thoughts. If you've been living with constipation after 60, please know this: you are not alone, and you are not powerless. Your body may be older, but it still knows how to work. It just needs the right support. Not punishment. Not more pills. But nourishment. Hydration. Gentle, consistent care. Today we talked about 6 foods that can bring your digestion back to life: stewed prunes, soaked chia seeds, cooked oats, fresh kiwi, fermented foods, and pears. None of them are exotic. None require a prescription. But together, they form a powerful foundation for regular, peaceful, daily elimination. This isn't about perfection. You don't need to eat all 6 every day. But begin with 1. Try it for a week. Notice how your body responds. Then add another. Let your meals become moments of care, not just to fill your stomach, but to restore your freedom, your comfort, and your dignity. Because that's what's really at stake here: not just bathroom habits, but your ability to enjoy life without hesitation, to go out when you want, to sleep without discomfort, to greet each morning with ease. You deserve that. You've earned that. And if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you for staying with me. I hope you feel informed, inspired, and encouraged to try something new. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments. I read every message, and I appreciate each one of you who takes this journey with me. Until next time, take care of yourself. Be kind to your body. And remember, even small changes can bring powerful relief. See you soon.